Hello, Captains, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. This is your host, Justice Plays. I am on my DSC Starfleet character, that is the DSC Starfleet faction. My character, Mirror Ricky. This is the update that came out in the fall of 2018 called Age of Discovery, where they launched the Discovery era content and this new faction. I've been doing a Let's Play series on this faction. I have now 7 total videos on this character, and this will be the 8th video today. I have now been continuing to play new missions as they come out, as they are related to the Discovery era. And just recently, of course, we have had the Mirror of Discovery update come out, which has given us 2 new missions. The one we just played in the last video, number 7, was Parapakam. And today we're going to play Illusion of Communication, which is the next mission in Mirror of Discovery. And that will bring us up to date on Discovery era, Discovery themed missions on the DSC Starfleet character. The reason why I'm playing these 2 missions on this character specifically is to see if the dialogue is any different. I've already played these 2 missions on my main character, the Doctor. Check the playthrough of Illusion of Communication out for that in the top right corner. I'll put a link to it, because that was my first playthrough of the mission. That was a blind playthrough. I had not played it before, and it's a very, very thorough playthrough there. Today, I'm just going to play the mission again, but this time on the DSC Starfleet faction character, and we're going to see if there's any dialogue differences or changes. There was just a tiny bit of one in the last mission, Parapakam. She recognized that we were from the Discovery era, but she said in her universe that she had killed us by her hand. So that was a neat little inside there, a nice little, story difference playing on this faction. But what I'm looking for today is to see what Illusion of Communication does on this faction. Probably not a whole lot of differences, maybe none at all, but we'll find out. So I may play this at an accelerated rate. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time. I'm just going to look through the dialogue and see what's different. Okay, so first thing is from the last video. If you did not watch the last video, watch it first. That's video number 7. That was Parapakam. I have made a lot of updates to my character here, Mirror Ricky. I have a new ship, the Europa, which is a Tier 6 starship. I made changes and upgrades to the build on it, as well as my ground build. But in that last video, I found my bridge officers to be very weak. I had not really upgraded them. I spent all the time on myself and my ship, but I didn't upgrade my bridge officers, and they were dying quite frequently. And I know in this mission we're going to have a lot of ground battle, especially at the end when we have to take out Captain Tilly. So I have done a little bit of upgrading on my bridge officers for this video. Not a lot. I don't have a lot of resources on this character. You'll notice I had to put some energy credits on from another character. Energy credits seem to be very low for me at the moment, but I digress. I will eventually, work on it. It's just a matter of grinding the character. You know how it goes. You got to play the game. You got to grind it. Keep working on the character. But here's what I've done, and these were basically drops that I have gotten and put on here. So I didn't necessarily spend a lot of energy credits. I used basically drops that we got from missioning. But let's see, I've got Ian, Coraline, Evelyn, and Tamav as my ground team. So let's start with Ian. On Ian, I have upgraded him to a Mark 12 armor and shield. I mean, before he had a Mark 10. They all had Mark 10 uncommon. So at least they have a little bit better now. This is a Mark 12 uncommon and a Mark 12 rare. And then I've also given him a Mark 12 plasma high-density beam rifle. The weaponry is all mixed up right now. It's not one type. And that's just basically because, again, I'm using dropped gear for their weapons and stuff. The next one, Coraline Fletcher, same here. I'm using a Mark 12 rare armor, Mark 12 rare shield, and then a anti-Borg, anti-proton compression pistol, Mark 11. On Evelyn, we've got, what do we got? We've got a Mark 12 rare armor, Mark 12 shield, and a Mark 12 rare inhibiting polaron compression pistol. And then last one to Mauve, we have Mark 12 uncommon armor, Mark 12 uncommon shield, and then a Mark 12 uncommon phaser assault minigun. All mixed up, not a current theme at the moment, but better than they had before, because all they had before was Mark 10 uncommons, and their weapons were like Mark 9 or something. So they're better than they were. They're not the best, but they're better than they were, and it's going to be better in this mission. For myself, I've also done a little bit. I had an empty kit module spot, and instead of buying another engineering kit module, I decided to try something new. Under the dilithium store, there are these specialization modules you can get based on what specializations you have opened up. And I am currently on this character working on Miracle Worker specialization. And so what has opened up for me are these Miracle Worker kit modules. And right now, I have Mark 12 opened up in common and uncommon, but I do not have rare or ultra rare or very rare yet. But I have never used any of these kit modules from the Miracle Worker. So I wanted to try some out. And that's what I'm doing today. I have this one right here called Technical Mishap 2. It says it does electrical damage over time plus a kinetic explosion when the target dies. It does a certain amount of electrical damage every 1 second for 15 seconds. If the target dies within 15 seconds, their electronic equipment explodes. So this was a very offensive kind of module, and I wanted to try that here. I'm going to try it on the big battle with Captain Tilly on all of those, all of the other NPCs that start firing at you. I'm going to try it and see if we can get some to explode. Wouldn't that be funny? So I'm going to try that one out. I've never used these Miracle Worker things before. I also have another one I can try out as well. This one's called Gravatic Induction Field. It's a PBAOE slow and root chance for 10 seconds to foes, a negative 30% run speed, and a 20% chance to root. So if I want to slow them down, that could be something interesting too. These are just two that I got. There's obviously a lot more, but they do cost dilithium, and I didn't want to spend all my dilithium just on kit modules, but one day I'll try all of them eventually. But for right now, let's try these two Miracle Worker modules and see how they work. Very interested in that. Also, during the time since the last video, some of my reputations have progressed. I have now Tier 1 in Gamma Task Force, Tier 2 in Task Force Omega, and Tier 1 in Nukara. That has allowed me to go ahead and add a couple of space reputation traits from the reputation that I did not have before. So now I have in space plus 40% whole region trait, and 10% of your outgoing damage as damage over time for 10 seconds trait. 1 second. And so that will take care of that. I gotta take this phone call. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So that is the Omega Kinetic Shearing. I added that. And I think I also added a couple of new ground reputations as well that I didn't have in the last video. I was able to add this one here, Identify Vulnerability. It ignores 7.5% of your target's shields. So that's a shield penetration, and also a plus 10% health for ground that I have now as well. More health ground points. And one more thing before we get going, I changed one of my ship powers. Let's go to my stations here. Under this one, under Ian, I had the rally point marker was a command ability I had in the last mission, and I used it, but I really didn't like it because it has that field you have to stay within in order to be affected by it, and I move around too much to really be inside that field all the time. I changed it to Overwhelm Emitters 2, so that's what I'm going to use today. It does 15% of damage as shield regeneration and 15% of damage as shield drain. So I think that's a cool ability. I'm going to use that instead. So just changed around that power there. But I still have Call Emergency Artillery and Concentrate Firepower 1 as command abilities. No science abilities at all. I'm using all command abilities here. You know, just kind of play in the field, seeing what I like and don't like on this ship. Okay, I think that covers everything. There's no more updates really that I need to have. Just go into space and make sure my hotbar is set for that new power. I think I put the button on there. And then we'll get going with the mission here. Yes, I did. So there it is. Overwhelm Emitters 2. 15% is the damage on that. Everything else is good to go, I believe. So let's go. Illusion of communication. Return to Pavo to stop a destructive plan that could threaten the quadrant.
Our information about events at Pavo is incomplete, but I believe the Terrans are undertaking a large-scale operation there. They have managed to coerce the planet's consciousness into serving their violent needs. Furthermore, they've turned Pavo's transmitter into a potent weapon. Time is of the essence. While the Alliance is mobilizing a larger response, we are, in effect, the first responders. It falls to us to do what we can to stop Captain Tilly and her crew before they solidify their control of Pavo. Failing to do so could be catastrophic. Ideally, we should return the Discovery and her crew to their proper time and space. Under the circumstances, removing the Terran presence from Pavo is the more immediate, logical need.
So that's the basic mission. Let us transwarp straight there. Illusion of communication.
Based on my readings, I believe the Terrans have managed to alter Pavo's song. Somehow, Tilly and her crew have manipulated it into a new type of harmonic waveform. This waveform is potent enough to realign the space around the planet, shifting it to a different quantum signature. As a result, a number of interphasic rifts have opened within the system.
For what purpose?
I believe she is attempting to bring things from the mirror universe to ours. Logic suggests an invasion force, based on previous encounters with the Terran Empire. We are not the only ones interested in this behavior. The time-displaced Klingons are moving to investigate as well. Considering previous encounters, the situation could become volatile quickly.
I just noticed I am in normal difficulty mode for this mission on this character, not advanced. Let's try my new Overwhelm Emitters 2.
Ship is under attack.
There we go. That's nice. I've used that ability before on other
Target's
ships.
shields have
I like
failed.
it. Drains their shields and regenerates mine. Pretty cool effect. This wreckage is from a ship, a massive one. If the Terrans were trying to get reinforcements through, it didn't work. I'm picking up life signs on several of the larger pieces of debris. Emergency life support systems are failing. They don't have a lot of time left. Alright, prepare sick bay for casualties and begin transporting survivors. So we gotta save all the Terrans. I'll do the artillery run because we didn't get a good view of it last time, but here's what it looks like when you do it properly. That's what it looks like. Except they didn't quite hit it, did they? They kind of missed, I think. Oh well.
4 shields failing. Target's shields have failed. Right shields failing.
Wow, tough son of a gun.
Four shields failing.
There's both of those abilities at once. That's cool.
Target's shields have failed.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a good. Nice little bit of combat there. I used both of those command
Right
abilities
shields failing.
at the same time. Need to enable that. Alright, we've rescued several survivors. The uninjured ones are being held in a brig and the casualties are in sickbay. We've found several who were cocooned in mycelium threads. Apparently the wreckage passed through some kind of subspace mycelial network, and now several of the survivors are wrapped in these fungal strands. Will they survive? Too early to tell, but indications are generally positive. Apparently the mycelial webwork is very durable. It may have protected them from the disaster that claimed their ship. Keep me posted if their status changed. In the meantime, we need to get to planet side.
I have the coordinates for the science station on the planet's surface. It is logical to assume that the Terrans have taken control of the research team and their facilities. It is logical to assume that the Terrans have taken control of the research team and their facilities. Preparing for an armed response would be prudent.
Alright, armed response it is. I believe I'm ready for this.
The research facility has already been attacked. We must see to the welfare of the researchers, if any survived.
Okay, and it looks like I cannot activate, of course, my new ability unless I'm in combat or have a enemy targeted. Let's treat the injuries.
Your assistance is appreciated.
Still haven't figured out what the yellow glow around my hands is. What power or trait or ability am I using that is allowing that to happen? I do not know. Happens when I run or do things like that. Some kind of yellow
I have recovered.
force field around my hands.
My injuries are
We are
not
fortunate
life-threatening.
that the Terrans did not kill everyone. They were more concerned with our research data and equipment. Our work appears to have given the Terrans what they need to communicate with Pavo in ways we cannot. They are now able to alter the planet's consciousness, causing it to reflect their own dark nature.
We will beam your people to safety before we deal with the
Our
Terrans.
security personnel should remain with us. We will need all the help we can get against. While trying to communicate with the planet, we have learned that it uses crystal matrices as transmitters. We have a small collection of crystal samples. They may be useful to re-establish the planet's normal biosphere, free from Terran influence.
Okay. Get my tribble on. Pull my weapon out. So I am ready. There's my bridge officers with their new weapons. Not the best in the world, but it'll get the job done today, I think.
I was able to take readings of the area. Terran technology is not subtle, especially agonizer gear. I am reading it in several nearby locations. A meadow, a riverbank, and a narrow pass. I am also reading several Terran life signs in those areas. I do not expect a warm welcome from them.
Well, once we've dealt with them, we can turn off their agonizers.
There is a canyon that exits to another glade of Pavan life a short distance to the south of here. Logically, the
Defeat Terrans and take out their devices. That is what we know.
The device there, near the crystals. Disable it to interrupt the Terran's hold on Pavo.
There we go. Put a crystal and watch it turn blue. Ta-da! Okay, here we go. First bit of combat. And I really want to try my new thingy, so I'm going to try it. Okay, it did an electrical damage. And they should explode? Well, that's kind of cool. It's a mild explosion. And as they explode, they do electrical damage. That was pretty cool. It was very mild, though. I thought they were going to like have a huge explosion. That would be cool. Oh well. It's a minor explosion. But still very cool. I'm going to use it again because I just really like it. Let's let it cool down here and I'll use it on this ensign. And then if she dies within 15 seconds, she should explode. So it does like that. And then you kill her and she explodes with some electricity. That's kind of cool, I guess. What is she standing up there for? Wow. Alright, well, let's take care of this one. There we go, that wasn't too bad. Let's go up here. Same thing, I'm gonna shoot that guy with that and watch him explode. Yeah, there we go. It's not a huge, it's just a small little electrical explosion, but that's pretty cool anyway.
We should continue before the Terrans send reinforcements. Curious. I sense something.
The planet.
They are attempting to communicate telepathically.
It's talking with you, and it's not happy. He's like, hi there, planet.
They are
angry.
Angry.
I wonder, can we make him explode? I'm gonna shoot him with my thingy and see if he explodes.
Kill them! Kill them all!
Where is he?
Enemy
That's the
target
Vulcan
on
security. I want the main guy. Let's shoot him with that and see if he explodes. No, I guess not, because he's not really dead. Anyway, took him out real easy.
Fascinating. The Terrans have used their agonizer technology to induce a state of hostility in the Pavan biosphere. It is lashing out, using its empathic powers to project its pain and rage into other living beings. If the Terrans are able to do this on a large scale, the planet could serve as a massive telepathic weapon. It would be able to subvert or kill anyone, anywhere. We should disable this technology wherever we find it on Pavo. An interesting question. I believe the biosphere has a stronger connection to myself and my team. Yes. Now that I have
So like I said, I'm kind of skipping over the dialogue, just kind of stuff I've already seen there from playing it the first time. If I was smart, I would have been using Tetrion weapons so that I would also be getting the personal endeavor. Oh well. I just noticed that I have the ground Tetrion damage up right now. Oh well, I'll just do it on another character. Oh, they're behind me.
It seems that in addition to using their agonizer technology on the planet itself, the Terrans are blocking access to the central pillar with force fields in selected areas. Doubtless, they will...
Yeah, let's disable the force field. Yeah, okay, that must be a miracle worker power. I think I just realized it. When I do that thing with my hands, or whatever, when they turn yellow, I noticed, there it is, punch it. It's a miracle worker power called Punch It. Alright, let's look at what that is. I'm not familiar with it. This is the first time I've ever used miracle worker specialization on any character, so that's why it's new to me. I've never used the miracle worker before, and I just got Punch It recently. So that is, after sprinting, you will gain an increased control resistance and bonus physical damage with melee attacks. Well, I'm not doing melee. So I get plus 50% bonus melee physical damage and plus 100 control resistance for 3 seconds after sprinting. So the control resistance is nice, but I'm not doing melee. Okay, so it's a miracle worker specialization power I've got. I didn't know I had that. So after sprinting, so when I stop sprinting, it activates. I get it now. So it'll benefit me then to sprint. Sprinting is beneficial to me now because I get that control resistance. I gotta remember that. And we've got Captain Tilly manipulating the big crystal thingy.
Oh, you're good! Seriously! I sent my best to deal with you. My best! And here you are, alive and kicking. Well, bravo!
It is illogical for you to continue, Captain. Whatever you are doing to Pavo needs to end.
Ah, the famous Vulcan logic. Get it straight. Pavo and I, we're just getting started. Oh, and that part about sending my best at you? I lied.
Alright, so now the big battle begins. I'm gonna bring out all my gear.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Take out the side guys first, and then it's easier to take out Tilly. Go ahead and set one of them up.
Personal shield losing power.
Okay, I'm dying. And I'm dead. Wow. I don't think I died on my other character. Everybody's dead. So this is going to be kind of difficult for me on this character because it's not quite up to par.
Personal shield losing power.
Why don't I give you a little taste of my big gun?
Enemy combatants
These
in
things
close
here
proximity.
are hurting me. Oh yeah, we got to disable the thing.
Disable the controls to the left before she forces Pavo to release a lethal wave of psychic energy.
Okay, trying.
I can do this all day. You? Not so much.
You may be right about that, because you're killing all my bridge officers. And I'm not happy about that. Dang.
Enemy targets on sensors. Enemy
Oh,
combat
crap, what
in
was
close
that?
proximity.
Ooh. Come on, guys, wake up. No time for a nap. We got work to do. Yeah, this is rough.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Making sure she didn't activate any others.
Time's up. Ready to die?
No. Gotta go up here.
Flanking damage detected.
Disable the controls to the right before she forces Pavo to release a lethal wave.
Ever had an
Got it.
agonizer down your throat? No? You're about to.
Why isn't he fighting? Somat, or whatever his name is. He's not fighting, not doing anything. Get that mortar out. It's gonna fire on me again. Well, I escaped at that time, but all my bridge officers are still dead. I thought I told you to wake up.
Detected.
No time for naps. Come on.
Now this will be a real treat. For me.
Okay, I gotta get up there now.
Disable the controls behind the spire before she forces Pavo to release a lethal wave of psychic energy.
Well, it would be nice if you could, like, fight and do something.
You just got to my last nerve and jumped all over it.
Again, all my bridge officers are dead. That's
Personal shield
great.
losing power.
Guys, what are you doing?
Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Come on. Get with the program. They're dead again. As soon as I bring them back to life, they die. You are really bothering me, Captain Killy. Nah, I'm dead. And this guy, he is completely useless, Somat. He's just sitting there with his hand out. What the heck is he doing? He is useless. 100% useless.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Well, that ambush turret is one tough sucker. She's fighting my Horda. Go, Horda, go! Do your worst. Did I get her? Finally.
Well,
Ooh, that was tough.
This is definitely not how I saw this ending. You know it's only a matter of time before we beat you, right? You don't have the stomach to stop us. But we're more than capable of ending you. And I intend to make that happen.
That seems unlikely. Your campaign of terror here is over, Captain.
Oh, I'm not done yet, Vulcan. Till next time, you assholes.
And she transports out.
Fascinating.
Is that all you got to say?
Interesting. She has somehow used Pavo's transmitter as a long-range transporter. Tilly could be anywhere in the quadrant now. If we are fortunate, we might find further clues among the Terran equipment. They did go to considerable trouble to arrange this site.
Wow, that was pretty rough, even though I'm in only normal difficulty. That was pretty rough on this character I have here.
I think we have found all we can here. It may be advisable to return to your vessel so that we can deal with the situation in local space.
Definitely shows I need to keep working on my ground build for myself and my bridge officers. They need lots and lots of upgrades, of course.
Now that you have secured the research preserve, we must find a way to return the remaining Terrans and their vessel to their proper time and space. We can use the ion storm to send Discovery back. Specially modified probes can amplify the storm in specific locations. This can generate a localized ion effect and open a gateway to the proper point in space and time. Indeed, especially given the Terran predilection for hostility.
Alright, we're gonna have to take on the ship.
Warning, ship is under attack. Rear shields failing. 4 shields failing. Right shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Target's shields have failed.
Come on, we can do it. There we go. Alright, time to send you home.
This is pointless. As much as it pains me to say this, we surrender. What are your terms?
Stand down. You need to return to your proper time and place.
Fine by me. Tilly slinked off to parts unknown and left us to die. I'm the captain now, and I say send us back if you can.
Alright, let's do that.
Your display has been updated with the locations to place probes around Discovery. Once the probes are in, agreed.
So place probes and fight Klingons. This is going to be the order of the day.
Keep those Klingon ships off us!
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Okay, let's do the next one.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Let's place the next one.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Come on. And there we go. That one's gone.
Ion storm intensifying. Soon it will shift Discovery and
Target's
any
shields
ships
have
near her
failed.
back to the
Left
23rd
shield
century.
failing.
That one's gone.
Our shields won't last long if this keeps up.
Do we have any more probes to do? Guess we just have to defend her. We did all the probes.
Target's shields have failed.
We're ready to leave. Now! What's the holdup?
Well, there's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow. Jim. Well, we got most of them.
Target's shields have failed.
Got him.
Target's shields have failed.
Got him. Well, they just don't stop. Well, I guess I got him.
This is Discovery. We're moving into position. They'd better get those Klingons off our back. Otherwise, this is gonna be a real short trip.
Shields are critical! We're losing them!
Emergency power to shields. Now!
Somat to Discovery. Prepare for transit. Probes are in position. Activating in 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Good luck, I guess, because we just sent you home.
The ion storm has cleared, and we're
With all
receiving
the other
standard
Klingons?
readings from Pavo. It's broadcasting its song as normal. No aberrations, no distress calls. It would seem things are returning to a calm, peaceful level.
That's good news.
Once the research team is able to resume their duties, we will begin to analyze the impact of agonizer technology on the Pavan ecosystem. Considering what we have just witnessed, it will be logical to make sure Tilly and her crew didn't leave any unexpected surprises on the planet as well. For now, I believe we can safely depart the system.
Okay. Illusion of communication done. Hail command.
It will take some time to evaluate the impact of the Terran occupation of Pavo. The agonizer technology they used to manipulate the planetary biosphere was invasive and damaging. I am concerned about the effect it had upon the Pavan ecology, and how that will affect future attempts at interaction with the planet. The fact that Captain Tilly remains at large is troubling. Her technological prowess and propensity for violence should make her presence in this time quite disruptive. Should she acquire current technology and return to her own time, it is possible that she will rewrite history as we know it, turning our universe into one more like her own, if not worse. In the meantime, we both have our duties to attend to. It has been agreeable working with you. Live long and prosper.
Let's take the Pavan healing crystal.
Congratulations, Admiral.
And I just leveled up again. Good. I need another skill point. Always good to have a skill point. Continuing on Miracle Worker. Okie dokie. So now we have Age of Discovery complete, and we have Mirror of Discovery complete. That's all we have right now in terms of Discovery-themed missions at the moment. This is the 8th video in my playthrough series of the DSC Starfleet faction, and again, I just really, want to emphasize how I am disappointed in the fact that there are not enough Discovery missions. They have this goal in mind. They want to be lockstep with the TV show. They keep saying that, and they want to give us, I guess, Discovery content, but as it is, and it's already been many months since the Age of Discovery was released, We don't have that. We only have literally 2 missions under Age of Discovery, Secrets and Downfall. I guess you could count the tutorial as 3 if you wanted to. Then you have Mirror of Discovery, came out this year, 2019, but only 2 missions. And it seems that they're not connected with Age of Discovery, 2 separate mission stories, and you would think they would first complete Age of Discovery before jumping into a new one, but no, they have not. It's kind of weird how they've done this. So as far as the DSC faction Starfleet goes, on this faction, your Discovery era faction, it looks like the storyline is going to be that you play Age of Discovery first, naturally, jump into the 25th century like we have done, and then your next immediate missions will be Mirror of Discovery. And it will be that before you get to the Klingon War, which is really the starting place for the Federation Starfleet faction. So the Age of Discovery and Mirror of Discovery will come before that in the storyline on this faction. That seems to be how they're doing that. At least we have 2 new missions to play. That's cool and fun. But yes, if they ever want to make the Discovery faction, as I'll just call it, the Discovery faction, if they ever want to make that faction, you know, really something, they're going to have to give us more Discovery era or themed missions, especially under Age of Discovery. I feel like we are thrust into the 25th century too early in that storyline. We need more time spent in that era, I think, personally, before we jump into the future. But anyway, I digress. It is what it is. We have what we have. And I have now played Parapakam, an Illusion of Communication, on this faction. As we saw in Parapakam, there's a little bit of dialogue change, just a little bit, and acknowledge that we are from the Discovery era, but there was absolutely nothing different about Illusion of Communication. It played out exactly the same as the Federation Starfleet faction. So, that is what it is. I look forward to seeing, though, where they take it. I know there will be more Discovery content coming this year, and so as that happens, I will continue to make new videos on this character, Mirror Ricky. This is my DSC Starfleet faction character, so anything that is Discovery themed or related will be on this character for sure. I will continue that playthrough series, and also as I continue to build up the Europa here and, you know, get a final build on it and all of that, then I'll make a review video of the Europa, and I'll move on to other ships on this character. I don't know what other Discovery ships there are, but you know, maybe down the line there will be more Discovery era ships. So yeah, that is what you can look forward to on this playlist for this faction. It will be an ongoing, continuing series that I do here when there is new Discovery content or new ships to review in the Discovery era. So I will use this character for all Discovery related content. And that's what you can look forward to. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.